Today, it's a very remarkable day. I'm standing here in the city of Warri. A few days ago, I made a broadcast demanding that the president will draw the agreement of the Samoa agreement. I'm glad that they have taken heed to the demand of Nigerians and will draw that agreement. Now, I want to say, Mr. President, we honor and respect your office as the president of this country. But then we demand from you today, and we as citizens of this country, we want to see the action in the next 1 week. Taking proactive position to end bad governance. You must end it. You must rise to the occasion. That we are tired as citizens of this country watching you, watching the members of your cabinet running down this country. Nigeria is blessed and has more than enough to take care of things. I have traveled by road the past 40 days. Just a few days ago, I came by train from Lokoja right to Warri. And I saw the plight and the state of Nigeria. The Minister of Works is failing the call and the responsibility you have given to him. So what we are demanding in the next coming days, we want to see a proactive action, or else the 1st of August 2024, we, the citizens of Nigeria, will take the street and go on a peaceful protest demanding that the end of bad governance is enforced in Nigeria. You must, and I'm not saying you may, I say you must end bad governance in the presidency. How can we, in such a situation where we are, for you and the members of the Senate to approve over 15 billion naira for the house of the vice president, when we already have the place where the prime minister of Britain lives is a 3-bedroom house, and that Down Street number 10 has been there. They have their own mansions. But when you come as a servant to the people, you must serve the people. That's why the prime minister that suddenly lost his place apologized to the British people for bad governance. We are demanding the judiciary, chief judge or chief judge of Nigeria, whatever name you are called, we Nigerians are demanding from you. You must act on the judiciary. All of these conflict and counter court judgments must come to an end. The most corrupt system in Nigeria is the judiciary. We are demanding the end of it. We are demanding the end of molestation by the police on the ways and the highways. This must come to an end. Today we are demanding every governor, you are not our Lord. You are the servant of the people. It is the people that voted you into power. You must serve the people. You must bring an end to the contractors that have received more than 50% mobilization. All of you contractors, we know you. I drove from Jos to Kano to Jigawa. I drove from Jos to Lokoja. And what I saw with my eyes, I am demanding that all of you contractors that have been paid for you to walk our roads, return back to site, or else Nigerians will respond to you. Today, I am asking churches and mosques, it's time to end all evil religious services. We cannot be living in a nation where people are turning our altars and pulpits in the mosques and in the churches as a place of deception. We want to say all churches and mosques where people are turning into a commercial center, it must come to an end. It must come to an end. Nigeria must be safe. I want to admonish all members of IBBN, all of you, pastors and imams that are members of IBBN, please, on the 1st of August, if nothing is done, move to every government house and present your protest letter that enough is enough. This time around, we will not retreat until there is a change. Mr. President, we are not asking you to resign, but we are asking you to act. If you don't act, then Nigerians will demand for you to vacate that seat. But now, electoral reform must be enforced. You Apabio, the Senate President, you better behave yourself. Enough is enough. And all of the things you've been doing in the National Assembly, we have been watching it as citizens. But from now, all of you members of the Senate and House of Representatives, you better be the representative of the people. If you don't do that, we will sack you from the National Assembly. I am saying this, that in the coming days, you must rise to occasion and bring about electoral reforms. We, Nigerians, are tired of the manipulation coming from the international community. It's time we solve our problem by ourselves. And I want to say this. That the military must rise up to occasion. You can end this banditry in 2 weeks. We have seen the communication and the statement of Zamfara governor. We've seen other governors. And we realize there are certain men that have vowed that they must not allow peace to reign in Nigeria. You know where the bandits are. You know their location. We are giving you these few days to rise to occasion. And we cannot continue to mobilize money to pay bandits in order to release our people. I recently, a few days ago, I had to raise more than 40 million for the release of a pastor that was arrested and kidnapped by the Boko Haram. But we're saying enough is enough. Enough. You can see my sweat. And I'm saying this, that by the 1st of August, all of you that are in the city of Jos, you are to mobilize yourself to gather at 7 a.m. at the old airport junction for us to take a march to the government house. And all of you across the country, members of IBBN, you must move to the House of Assembly, move to the government house and present your letter of protest. And we are demanding that Africa must get it right. Nigeria is the leader of Africa and we must do things right.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you are watching us from. It's another edition of Politics on the Streets. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Today, we are not in the popular Ogba bus stop as we used to be. We are actually in a new, a different environment. Now, yesterday, a popular prophet Isa buba, has come out to tell Nigerians it is high time to come out and protest against the insecurity, against the hardship in the Nigerian economy, that people should no longer sit down and fold their hands. He said he will be on ground to join the planned protest that would come up on the 1st of August. He said he has come out to tell every Nigerians enough is enough. Come out and let Tinubu go. How can you answer this?
Wow, and let Tinubu go.
Yes.
But yes, the APC camp, as I'm talking to you presently, this morning, giving a kind of, surgical intelligence, as I can report from you on the development that is happening in Abuja right now. There is a secret and massive meeting of the APC blocks, with the president, as I'm talking to you, giving the scenario that, something that's going on the ground is spreading online, the internet everywhere, it has gone viral, and the Nigerians are warming up, the Nigerian youths are warming up, they want to take their nation by them unsafe, and nobody's going to resist that the way it is now. It is not an intentional thing, unfortunately, what is happening today, and majority of Nigerian youth, over 60 million Nigerian youth, are calling for a kind of protest, to let the government know their situation, their position on the developments in the country. Yes, some analysts said it's a revelation. Hunger is a revelation. Then another people is saying end bad government is the revolution. Then by the time you match these two things, hunger and revolution, no, revelation, revolution. Revelation in this context now represents hunger. That's revelation that there's hunger in the land. It can like it been reported in Vanguard this morning that the Nigerian economy is gloomy. The food inflation has risen up to 50% as I'm talking to you now. Food is not accessible again, not even buying. No. You cannot access food now. The revolutionary aspect of it is to end bad government that had transferred hunger to Nigerians under Tinubu administration.
Now, sir, away from that, we saw how the son of Erofai has come out to say that IMF and the World Bank will not save President Bola Ahmed Tinubu this time, and said that the president has claimed to be a political strategist, and said that works only in Lagos, and that mechanism will not be applied or will not be applicable to Nigerians.
Financial pacification will not help Tinubu if he did not do the right thing. Funding of groups, funding of different forum will not help Tinubu at this time if the right thing is not done. Nigerians are becoming tired. That's what they call apathy. They are being connected from the nation that they call their own. And I believe, coming from Erofai's son, that the IMF and World Bank will not say. Of course, he's trying to tell you that, the interest of the American, the British government, they haven't been to Charter House, that anybody that goes to Charter House automatically becomes the president. Whether he has the knowledge, the broader knowledge of administration, whether you have what it takes to govern Nigeria, as long as you are in tune with the colonial masters, they invite you to Charter House. Anybody that goes to Charter House becomes the president of the country. And whether the president does well or not, so far, as long as you protect the interest of the British colonial masters, you are good to go. And that's the essence of it.
But sir, Ali Ndume has told President Bola Tinubu, he said that the president has caged himself with first round him. Now, he said that it is high time the president come out of that cage fence, and that Nigerians are hungry, and that Nigerians will come out and air their voice of the hunger.
Yes, Mr. David, thank you for that angle of question, because it has been an issue of debate for some time now as I speak to you. This morning, this beautiful morning, reporting from the Center of Excellence with a lot of reservations on Nigerian government, because they are not saying this destruction, they cannot be able to come up out of it. NSAS would be a child's play. And they keep on sending signals. They want to use NSAS to correct the mistakes they have made over the years and be able to make sure that things work perfectly well. This is a country where we have all the natural resources to transform a nation, country like Nigeria, where every citizen will be very, very, very comfortable and accessible. They are using government-sponsored terrorist attack on our farmers. They are using government-sponsored attack on our social life. They are using government-sponsored attack on governance. Everything about Nigeria is sponsored to destroy Nigeria by the same leaders.
Sir, lastly, before I let you go, sir, Hope Uzodima have told the Igbos not to protest in this planned protest. He said the Igbos should stay away from this protest.
For long, Igbos has been differentialized. You know, there's this apathy and sensibility and understanding that Igbo is not part of Nigeria. And it's not the Igbos making, even though they have labored over the years, you know, to spread their struggle and their existence, you know, among Nigerians, among Nigerian statehood. You know, but it is not working. They are not being given that. They have not been given that privilege. I can tell you categorically what has transpired over the years, but this is not a platform because of our time to begin to look into that. You know, so if that sentiment and that reservation continue to come from the Biafran land, from the eastern part of the country, you know, that they are not supposed to be part of any movement or rally or protest that will engineer any form of unrest, because Igbos will always be targeted. Look at the answers. They almost hipped it on Nnamdi Kanu. That is in Nnamdi Kanu that is behind the protest. You can see the sentiment. So Igbos have understand the sentiment against them, and if they are not going to be part of the protest, well, that is less for them to decide at the end of the day.
But Hope Uzodima himself has banned protest in Imo State.
Nobody can ban protest.
He banned it. He said nobody should protest against
because you know that's all they always come up with. You know, the security, the ID, the military hierarchy are already doing like this now because of, you know, the security report of what is coming. No, they cannot stop it. Any attempt to use bullets on protesting Nigerian youths, you know, will spell doom, because that will see the rise of Biafra.
Are you ready for the protest, for the planned protest?
The security is responsibility of everyone. Okay. Change, like I always said, I cannot be an elephant and I march on the tail of a mouse and I watch and laugh and celebrate. Then I am part of the oppressor. Nigerians are watching as government continue to trample on the citizens. And those who are by the side are clapping and celebrating, those ones too are part of the oppressors.
Those ones clapping for the inflation and the current hardship are also part of the oppressors.
That is the truth. And until we move on from that angle and begin to have a holistic condemnation and the reasons why Nigeria should move forward. See, they only base the leadership of Nigeria based on ethnicity, based on religion, based on that. And look at it, where we are today. I wish Nigerian youth were able to do a proper repeat of the success they enjoyed. They are enjoying today.
Sir, last thing for let's go. Now, do you think it's because of the Kenyan protest that has also engineered the Nigerian youth to come out and sort of okay or speak up this time around?
You know, if you look at the Kenyans, you know, and after I've labored for a young man to become the president, not this old ponds, you know, that call themselves presidents, you know, if you're in the midst of them, you cannot see road because they will stir up the mud inside the pond. That's what they do. So if you join them to be part of the pond, to be inside the pond, you cannot see road because they use their wuru to stir up the mud. An ordinary man cannot see. Nigerians youths are not seeing. And that is why they are moving to the next step now. You know, so what Kenyans has done is that after celebrating the success of William Ruto, the man came back and started implementing drastic and deadly IMF and World Bank policies that has crippled Africa. They rejected it. They said, get out, we are ready for you, Ruto, a young man. No, we can't take it. And that's what the revolutionaries, we have them in Nigeria. I don't want to mention names. I believe that we have the revolutionaries, we have ethnic laws in all nationalities in Nigeria.
Thank you.
Once they stand up, you know, Nigeria cannot be able to curtail them.
Thank you for that wonderful submission from our wonderful guest, Mr. Chinedu Michael. Thank you so much.